bring in Luke Paul, Republican strategist, as well as Robert Wolf, former economic advisor to President Obama and a Fox News contributor. Thank you both for coming on today, and Happy New Year to you guys.
Thanks, Bill.
To you as well.
So let's take a look at this Fox News poll right here, which asked Americans what President Trump should be focusing on right now. And Luke, I'll start with you, because take a look at the bottom of that list. That's what's jumping out to me. Immigration at 7%. That was one of the biggest pillars of Trump's campaign in 2024. And according to this poll, people are saying, stop focusing on immigration. We want you to put the priority on prices and health care. How do you read into that, Luke?
Our friends on the left really don't like the tariffs. I'm not a tariff apologist as a Republican strategist. All I do is look at trends of consumers and Americans and see how it applies to the upcoming election. What I know is that last year, the experts said there was a 60% chance of a recession in 2025. And not only did that not come to fruition, but they were out buying their 2026 calendars with 203 million Americans that hit a nearly decade high spending level in between Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So we see a spike in consumer spending. I think that trends towards consumer confidence, that 4.3% GDP growth. We've had virtually no inflation. We've had lower gas prices. Things are heading in a good direction. If the administration needs to throttle back on the tariffs, whatever short-lived negative news cycle might come from that, I think will be bolstered by the fact that there will be a great news cycle once Republicans win in the midterm election. So I don't have to defend tariffs to say the economy is doing well, and this throttle of tariffs might be something that the administration have to pull back on in the next few months.
Robert, as we saw at the top of that poll, high prices and healthcare ranking the highest. How are Democrats looking at that poll?
Yeah, it's not a Democrat or Republican thing. I think Luke is just off base. I mean, affordability is not a hoax. Today's Wall Street Journal, the conservative Wall Street Journal, their editorial board, let me read it, another Trump retreat. That was all about how hazardous tariffs have been to the American people. James Freeman, who was on your show just recently, today, said the Trump tariffs has been a burden on the economy. It's a tax to the consumer. Oh, let me add Art Laffer, who said that Americans are angry about the cost from tariffs. So this isn't a Republican or Democrat thing. I said in April, when the president came out with his tariff policy, I thought across-the-board tariffs was an incredible unforced error. I actually applaud that he's reversing them today. Let's talk President Trump talk. Anytime you can take a mulligan, take it. He's reversing things continuously. Bananas, coffee, furniture, pasta. It's just a continuation because we know that affordability is a problem, that costs are too high, and that's why he's reversing it. I'm going to give him a positive on reversing it because it was an incredible error. And by the way, with respect to the economy, it's been bumpy. Yes, I applaud GDP, although that was mainly based on defense spending and healthcare services. But what about unemployment that went from 4% to 4.6%? So there are some really good things happening, and there are some really things we need to change.
Well, the president says he's going to stand by those tariffs and he's going to use the tariff revenue to put money in Americans' pockets next year. He says 2026 could be the biggest tax refund year ever. Take a listen to what he said at the White House.
Next year is projected to be the largest tax refund season ever. And we're going to be giving back refunds out of the tariffs because we've taken in literally trillions of dollars. And we're going to be giving a nice dividend to the people in addition to reducing debt.
Luke, we got about 30 seconds left here. We'll give you the final word.
Yeah, respectfully, I think Robert dodged, my new friend Robert dodged some of the affordability, or rather some of the stats that I just put out about consumer data. And I never said that affordability was a hoax, but rather I think that the Democrats are saying affordability so that they can lean into a more democratic socialist vein, which I think is really dangerous for their party. So they can talk about affordability while Republicans are propping up economic data. And if the Democrats can't agree on what affordability is, they're not ever going to be able to execute on it while the president continues to deliver stats and economic data that show the consumer is very confident in the United States.
All right, got to leave it there. Luke Ball, Robert Wolf, thank you both for your time today, and Happy New Year to both you guys.